Hello there, it's the Archivist from TradingCardArchives.com. I'm back with my blue gloves on to look at another box of trading cards. This time, though, I wanted to pick something out of the archives that is not as expensive as what I usually pick, which probably sounds funny to you given that the typical boxes, even the premium boxes I'm opening, are like $30 or less. So they're all relatively cheap compared to something, like in the United States, they'll sell you this one pack was $17. The hobby box this comes from is like a $400 hobby box. So yeah, there's a difference in price for sure. But still, 30 is a lot for trading cards when you're buying kind of blindly on AliExpress and stuff. So I want to open something on the really low end. So this is a 1 yuan box, which is the cheapest that you can possibly get. That's about 40 cents ish a pack is what that'll come out to. And you'll get 36 packs in this box. Before we get too deep into talking about this box, I want to go through my cards of the day like I always do. The top card right now is this beautiful Japanese painting from the Kaio British Museum set. It's part of a 3-part series. I only have this one, but if you had all 3, you could make the complete image. And that comes from the second series, the Alice in Wonderland focused one. I have a box of that now. And my second place card was this, but it's not going to last very long. So this was from a box of Topps Chrome Garbage Pail Kids. It's an atomic refractor, which it looks fancy, but is really a 1 in 2 odds. So every other pack you open, you're likely to get one of these. It's not that special. But I liked it because the artwork of the multiple tongues is kind of cute. But we're going to put that aside for now because we just opened up a box of Kaio Digimon and got this SR, which is not that high of a rarity. It's just the second level rarity. But I love the refraction technique they're using in the background to make it look like water. And it goes from, light blue to dark blue to purple like that. So yeah, beautiful refraction texture back here. And the artwork of this whale creature is, intriguing to me. And so this again is Kaio Digimon. These aren't TCG cards. This isn't the Digimon TCG. These are just collection trading cards. So that can be a little confusing because it does have numbers on it. Like there probably is a game you can play with this, but it's not the same as the long-running big TCG that you all know. All right, so back to the box at hand. Again, this is a 1 yuan box, 36 packs. It's made by Little Dinosaur. Whenever you see that little red dinosaur, that means it's Little Dinosaur is the company. And of course, that's Tanjiro. This is Demon Slayer again. I have another 1 yuan Demon Slayer box. I have a Wave 1 box. This is actually brand new, like very new, maybe only a month old now. This is Wave 6, so this is the 6th set of Demon Slayer cards that they have released. So there are a lot of Demon Slayer cards available. I won't be buying all of them. I only have the same 6th edition there. I only have the 1st and the 6th, and that I'll probably stop there. I have some higher end Demon Slayer cards, but I don't want so many of these 1 yuan boxes, because what happens is you open, 10 packs, and then you start just getting dupes, and you go swimming in dupes. By the time you get to the end of this box, you're going to have like 10 copies of every base rare. It's insane how many dupes are in this thing. So yeah, buying this set is difficult to do at the 1 yuan level, but I did it anyway. Now it should have a hit pack in it, a box promo, which this is saying should be an SSP or an SP, which would be nice because I opened earlier this Inuyasha set, and that was a high-end set, and it had a hit pack in it that contained a base rare card. Like, it was so disappointing. Like, it's the box promo pack, and it just has a base card in it. It's like horrifying. Let's get this open and see if the hit pack's even in there. Sometimes the vendors take those, and I can see like this is taped still, but it doesn't have any security sticker or anything on it. But then again, Little Dinosaur doesn't typically have that. Kaio does, but Little Dinosaur doesn't usually use security stickers, so it's very hard to tell if the box has been opened or anything. I don't think these cards are worth enough to be searching anyway. But thing is the hit packs, because they contain the high-end SP and SSP cards, are sort of a guaranteed way to get a good card. So often the vendors will take that out of the box and send you the box without it. That has happened so many times to me. Sometimes they advertise it that way and they'll like take $2 off the price and say, look, we're going to do that, and you get it $2 off, or you can pay us $2 more and we'll leave it in there, right? Some of them do that, the good vendors, but a lot of the vendors just take it and don't tell you. So yeah, get ready for that if you start ordering stuff like this. But then again, you're only paying, like this was probably $13 for the entire box. Oh, I ripped it already. Sorry. Well, it's not. This is not an expensive box. And it's like really difficult to open anyway, so. Oh good, it's still there. Okay, so yeah. This is meant then to be a retail box. So you would sort of punch out this perforation here and fold it back, and it would fold down and that part would be up. And you'd put it, next to your register in a grocery store or something, and kids would come and just grab packs and have their parents buy them. And these are cheap. These can be sold for, 1 yuan is the recommended price, which again is about 50 cents US. So imagine that, like trading cards for 50 cents a pack versus $17 a pack. And then this is the hit pack, and this purple and yellow design is Little Dinosaur's hit pack design. Every single one I've ever gotten from them, and I've gotten a lot, are always have this same purple pack like that. I'm not going to dump these out and count them because there's a lot in here, but I will grab a few and just, because we do need to random one out. What do you say we open 2 of these? They're just one yuan packs. We'll try to get 2 chances at a good hit. They don't publish odds on these, and so you're not likely to get a great hit, but we'll give it a chance. We'll give it two chances here. And again, this is the latest set, the 6th wave. In the title up there, I use that wave and tier terminology because you will see that a lot on Western sites, and even on AliExpress when they're selling the cards, they'll say, this is wave 4, tier 3. And what that maps to in our true understanding is waves are series, so a totally different set of cards from the same franchise. And so there have been 6 series of this. This is the 6th one. And tiers are yuan levels. So tier 1 is 1 yuan, and tier 2 is 2 yuan, and tier 3 is 5 yuan. That's just the way they converted it. And then tier 4 is 10. And then there's a tier 5, but that's for like mega boxes and just crazy things like that. Once you get past tier 5, you're into premium card territory, and we don't use that terminology anymore. But you'll see that, so that's why I kind of use it there. Anyway, sorry, I'm talking too much about that. We'll put this up here because we definitely will open the hit pack, which is not at first. And then I'm on random.org, which is a website that lets you roll dice. And I've put in 1 through 6. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're going to roll 3 times throughout the first 2 and keep the 3rd, and then roll again to get the 2nd pack. So our first roll is a 4. Our second roll is a 5. Our next roll is a 3, so we're going to take that, and then I'm going to lower the dice to 1 through 5, and we're going to roll again and keep this result. So our 4th roll is a 5, so that's that one. So that's what we're going to open today. The rest of these packs will go into the archives, probably for a Demon Slayer battle. I now have, I think, 5 different Demon Slayer sets, so I think I could do like a proper battle with these. I don't have any 2 yuan ones, but I have a couple premium sets and a couple 1 yuan sets like this. And then again, cheap card pack battles are also fun to do because again, like that's something anyone can do. Like even if you don't have a lot of money, like that whole box costs less than a single pack of Western cards. So like, if you want this, you can get this. Trust me, it's not out of your budget by any means. And AliExpress ships all around the world. Even if you're in Europe, you can order this, have it shipped to you. Often it's faster to get it shipped there because it's coming from China, and so they don't have to send it by ocean that way. And a lot of the vendors actually have European warehouses. So if you see that, and you can search for, when you filter in AliExpress, you can search for ships from Europe. And if they ship it from Europe, you'll get it in like a couple days, which is pretty awesome, right? But again, that's not everything, and I don't know for sure that this is available that way. Let me just put these in reverse hit order, and then I'll come back, okay? There we go. All right, and it looks like we're getting 5 cards per pack, but the one of those cards is going to be this kind of redemption card like this. Now, fortunately, Little Dinosaur does print a really nice image on the front of their redemption cards, so they aren't all the same. It's not like the Gundam box where you end up with 30 of the exact same card. You will get a different image. There's not a lot of them. I think there's probably like 6 or 7. But you can get a collection of those. I tend to keep these until I have dupes of this image. So I will keep that, even though that's not technically a trading card. That's a redemption card. And it's not like it's not worth, you don't redeem this for anything. What you need to do is get, you see how there's, oh, I guess there's 9 images in here. You need to get certain sets of them, right? So if you want this prize, you know, you need to have a pink, a purple, you need this, right? Those 3, right? That's kind of how that works. That on its own is not enough. You would need more. Okay, and so, wow, it's like the exact same framing and everything as the first set. They even changed nothing. But presumably this is newer art, although I don't know for sure. I don't have this card, so presumably this is a new card in the new set, although it looks exactly like the old set to me. And there's that demon lady with the... She has to wear that because if she talks, what happens? Something bad happens if she talks. I can never remember what it is. Very cool. And these are rare base cards. These aren't, well, you can see the R right on them. They're nothing fancy here so far. That looks great. I mean, honestly, that is some really good artwork for one of these base cards. Much better than these others and what I usually see. And remember, at this price point, you are looking at, you know, 8 cents a card, something like that. So definitely not expensive. Here's a, not Tanjiro, I don't know who this is. This is an SR. So it has a little bit of a fancier treatment to it, but not as fancy as like an SSR would have. So this is going to be your default hit. So any pack you open from this box is going to have an SR in it at least, and then it can be upgraded from that. And that's why we're opening a second pack, because we want to try to get that upgraded card. We want to try and get an SSR. But so far we just got an SR. But let's pop open another pack. Well, that'll have an SP in it, but maybe even an SSP. Well, if it's my luck, it will have an SP in it. But yeah, let's open this pack up and see what we get. Okay, and again, I'm just going to take them and put them in hit order, reverse hit order. There we go. And we got another redemption, but it's a different one, right? And like we saw, there's 9 of these available. And as a Westerner, these are essentially worthless other than the collector aspect. Because if you attempt to actually do this redemption, what'll happen is they will have you like mail these cards to them, which takes like a month, and then they'll charge you, you know, some fee to actually do the redemption, the vendor, and then they'll charge you like an atrocious fee to ship it to you, like hundreds of dollars. So it's basically never worth doing. Unless it's something like the Star Wars set has some very interesting things that you can get that people have done the redemption as Westerners. But typically, if you don't have a friend in China or a way to get to China, it's not worth trying to do the redemptions. Another cool looking piece of art there. This show must have some great art. I've never seen this show, actually. Sorry about that. For everything I talk about it, I've learned about it from the cards, but I've never actually seen the show. This will be Tanjiro then. Tanjiro always has this checkerboard shirt on. Alright, so yeah, not bad so far. I mean, these are, you know, not maybe not the best cards, but they look pretty good. Good artwork on them. We're gonna get one more hit. Is it oh, it's just an SR. Oh, that's okay. Like I said, SR is gonna be your default. You're probably gonna get, oh, I don't want to guess, but maybe 28 SRs in there, and then like 8 better cards. I think it's like 8 or 10 hits per box typically. And hits mean you upgrade this card. That's called a hit. So this is like the base hit, and then if you get an upgraded hit, there's probably 8 or 10 of them in that whole box. But it's randomized, of course. All right, so there's our Demon Slayer cards from the 2 packs we opened. Let's take a look at the hit pack here and see if it's got anything better for us. And if the box is right, this should have an SP at least in it, and possibly an SSP. Oh, there's 2 cards in there. That's pretty cool. Usually you only get 1. But the first is a rare, but at least it's a rare we don't have yet. And then the second is a UR. Okay, so it's not a not an SP, but that's okay. This still looks amazing. I don't know if you can see it yet, but my god, that looks cool. I just love how the refraction in these flowers works. Gosh, okay, wow, that is a great, I'm really impressed by that card, actually. And then this is UR, so you could actually pull this from a pack. It's not unreasonable that there'll be a couple of URs in that box. Getting an SP from a pack of a 1 yuan pack is very unlikely. So it might happen, but it's not guaranteed in a box for sure. Whereas URs are pretty much guaranteed in a box. All right, so there's our Demon Slayer Wave 6 Tier 1. We've opened 2 packs and the hit pack, and that's what we got. Not a bad collection of Demon Slayer cards, to be honest. No dupes, which is great, and some excellent artwork on these. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's a good box. A very cheap box, too, if you want to pick one up. All right, I'll see you soon.